The year 2015 marks the end of set targets of MDGs. ABB Mind Foundation, GCAP Ghana, and its partners are calling on the government of Ghana to redouble their efforts and increase the momentum in poverty reduction, fight against climate inequality, and support services as an essential step in achieving the Millennium Development Goals. Now, according to the foundation, though Ghana has showed its leadership capabilities in reducing extreme poverty by half ahead of 2015, yet much more is needed, especially to reach the most marginalized and vulnerable, the women, the men, and children living in knife edge of poverty, injustice, and insecurity. Well, I'm joined in the studio by one of the members. She joins me live in the studio. We're going to be chit-chatting a bit on this matter. Thank you very much, Ma'am, for your time. So tell me, first of all, how do you think Ghana has fared with regards to achieving the MDGs?
I would say Ghana, just like all the other African countries, have been trying to achieving the targets, but we haven't gone far with it. And we have the goals there, 8 of them, but it looks like emphasis are placed on few. That is, I know about education, which we are about to achieve per the report from Ministry of Gender and Social Protection. No, by Ministry of Education, and then by per the report from the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection. They are saying we are likely to attain the gender equality as well. So with the other ones, with regards to globalization and all of that, very little is being done. Maternal mortality, yes, something is being done. We have the promises there. So if government could put the promises into action, then we'll be good to go. But we are not likely to hit all the targets by.
And ladies and gentlemen, I must introduce to you Awo Aidan, who is with the GCAP Ghana, and she's helping us in looking at this matter. You talked about maternal mortality and the fact that a lot more is being done in this area, and essentially you're encouraging government to redouble its efforts. Now, when you say redouble their efforts, what exactly are you talking about?
If from the inception of the MDGs till now, we have this situation at hand, and then we have just less than a year to end the target year, then it's necessary we double the effort, because if for that 7 years this is what is done, we are left with 1 year. What can you do within a year to achieve that? So we feel maybe we have forgotten the promises we've made. So Action 2015 is actually to highlight some of those issues and also mobilize support in that direction to achieving the target, if not, or maybe about 70% or 75% by 2015.
And in which specific areas do you think the government can, in fact, double its efforts?
In all areas, but then specifically with regards to climate change, poverty reduction, and gender inequalities. Because when you look at these 3 areas, they kind of embrace all the other goals that are being worked on. So once these 3 areas are addressed properly or are tackled properly, we'll be able to say that, okay, we have made a tremendous progress in this direction. So that is why the call is going on to government. And it's not only to government, we are also mobilizing support from like-minded organizations, like-minded individuals who feel, okay, we can go about creating the awareness around climate change. We can go about creating awareness. I
like the fact that you're talking about creation of awareness
yes,
on your part, because I was going to ask that, I mean, what role are you playing yourselves to ensure that you're putting governments on its toes to ensure that, you know, you achieve this target that you talk of?
Okay, like you read from the statement that came out yesterday, the main goal of that statement is to draw people's attention to Action 2015. And Action 2015 is about mobilization. How would we make the farmer in the village know about sustainable agriculture activities? How would we make the young girl in Franchininko know that, okay, it is necessary for me to practice menstruation hygiene when I'm in my menses? How would we make the mother, an illiterate mother in the village somewhere, know that, okay, there's a cheap compound few miles away, so let me get there to access health service. Those are the things. So for us, until those things are done, we'll be far from reaching the goals. And the goals are not supposed to be things that we have on in blueprints or on the shelves, which we can boast of as government or as people to assess that. So until the people know of those things, until the people are satisfied with the kind of services they receive from those facilities that we have in place, we cannot say that we've achieved anything. And again, this whole issue of Action 2015 also is to highlight, you know, recently there was a report about the 3 northern regions having challenges with doctors. That does not speak well for the goal of maternal health. So it wouldn't help us in achieving that. But what can we do as a government? Because we have signed on to the agenda. What can we do as people in authority or people in position to influence certain things to happen? What can we do to achieve those things? So that is all about it.
So beyond all this, what are your expectations for 2015 and beyond?
2015, yes, we hope to create, mobilize around these issues and have the local level and national level consultations as to how we can have our goals achieved by redoubling our efforts. But beyond 2015, there are plans to either incorporate some of the MDGs into the Sustainable Development Goals. I don't know if you've heard about them yet. But after the Millennium Development Goals, we're going to have Sustainable Development Goals.